Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Players of the Week, or as I like to call it, P to the O to the T to the W. I'm your host, Tazzy Cookie, made you looky, and this week's Player of the Week is Tonto. I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you guys can go check him out. Big hats off to you, buddies, for showcasing your gameplay on my channel. All you have to do is email me your gameplay footage at xxTonto08xx@hotmail.com. So let's just jump right into it. He's playing some TDM on Resistance. He threw out portable radar. It looks like he's using the ACR with a silencer and a grenade. I'm not too sure what his kill streaks are, but we will find out while this gameplay unfolds. Now, I'm trying to incorporate something new with Players of the Week because I think it's a great time to you guys to be able to learn a little bit more about me. So I'm going to be trying to showcase a little bit of live stories while I do this live comm on top of gameplay. I'm going to try not to get as distracted from the gameplay as much as beast of a gameplay it could be. I'm going to try to focus on a life story each week and kind of give you guys an understanding and an idea behind who the voice and who the person is speaking on the mic. So this is my first life story for you guys, okay? So when I was about 8 years old, my father lived in Stalk, Nova Scotia. My mother and father are separated, so I do have, you know, 2 Christmases, 2 birthdays, and everything like that. That is probably the best bonus of having your father and mother not going out or not, you know, husband or wife anymore, but it has its ups and downs. But anyways, so when I was 8, I used to watch movies all the time, and I was really intrigued on like treasure hunting and pirates, and just like every other little kid is while they're growing up. And at my age, you know, there wasn't any internet or crazy stuff like, you know, technology. The best thing I had was probably a Game Boy. So getting back to that, is like you actually had to go outside to have fun. And I know you kids today probably be saying like, go outside? What's that mean? Yeah, I used to go climb trees, you know, play guns, go hide and seek and stuff like that. And my father knew I had an interest in treasure hunting, and it was pretty neat to see what he did. I've later figured out many years later that it was a complete prank and it was a hoax. Like it was the I think my sister told me on my 18th birthday that my dad lied to me about this story I'm about to tell you. So in the backwoods in Stalk, he owned about 2 acres of land, and he took the time to go out underneath this one big oak tree that we had there. And this is a true story, by the way. The oak tree had a big long piece of rope that was cut off, and it looked like it was a hanging rope, like they would hang people from that tree. So there was a story, a myth behind this throughout town that, you know, they used to hang witches and stuff on this tree. So I was really intrigued by this whole concept of this actually being some type of tree. They used to hang, you know, witches and crazy magical people back in the day. So my father, you know, my father being the crazy cool dad he is, the cook, I did a dual comm with him on Father's Day. If you guys want to check that out, I'll also try to link that in the description below. But my father, what he did was he took the time to actually go to a store and bake some cookies. No, he went to a store and bought some actual fake jewelry and like fake fool's gold, and he buried it probably 5 feet underneath this one tree. So I came over to my dad's one weekend. He said, "Hey son, you want to go try to dig underneath that witch tree to see if there's any, you know, maybe jewels or necklaces or some witchcraft stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, Dad. Let's go do that. That'll be so much fun." As Tonto gets a strafe run there, good little kill streak going. So I was like, yeah, sure, of course. Any other little kid would love to do that. So we took a whole entire day. We went outside. It was in the beating summer, and we dug up this tree all around it until he finally, like, you know, we found this big necklace and a map and everything. And to this day, you know, I turned 18 and I thought that I actually found gold. And it was funny because my sister told me on my 18th birthday, she was like, "Aaron, are you serious? You still think that you guys found gold or a necklace underneath that tree in Stalk?" I was like, "Yeah, what do you mean?" She's like, "No." She's like, "Dad put that there, silly." I was like, "Screw off, sis, no way." And I finally, you know, led to believe. I went over to my father and I said, "Hey, Dad." He said, "What's up, son? How you doing?" I said, "Did you plant the necklace underneath that tree? Is it actual, or did we actually find gold?" And he looked at me and started smiling, and I was let down for a moment, I won't even lie, because I got pranked by my father when I was 8 years old, and the prank lasted for another 10 years. So it's like the best prank in history, I guess. But kind of looking back at it now, like, you know, I'm going on 25, and I'm thinking to myself, how cool of a father is that? You know, how cool is it that he actually took the time, knowing that I'm coming over every other weekend to visit him in Stuyak, and we lived out in the woods, like I said, to actually go buy some jewelry, you know, and I don't know, I said that kind of weird. Buy some necklaces and fool's gold to go plant it underneath the tree and, you know, bury it and make a whole entire weekend out of it. I mean, I was out there till supper time, after supper, and I was dead beat by the end of the night, and I went to bed real early. So it was kind of like, he's really smart in that aspect of thinking of certain circumstances to keep me really occupied in a neighborhood where the next neighbor was probably like a 15-minute drive, because that's how far out in the woods we are. So if you guys like this new type of deal with Players of the Week, me showcasing over the gameplay that you guys have provided me, a little bit about me and myself as a person, I'm going to do it more often. So just leave a like if you did like the video, and if you didn't like it, dislike it. Just let me know how you guys thought of this new little mini-series within a series idea. As always, I'm your host, Tazzy, Made You Looky Cookie, and I'm signing out.